discussed about the simple report, right? So user ID, username, user ID, username, and creation date. So we will see first one simple record how to create in the front end. Then in the back end also we'll find out the table. Okay, after that we will create the report. First we will go with the interactive report. That means guide me option. Interactive report means guide me options. So guys, in SQL classes, did we covered bind parameters?
No, sir.
No, Amshu.
Just yesterday we have started joins.
Okay. I will show you the example of bind parameters. Okay, I think he also will cover bind parameters. But select statement he covered or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Select from distinct group by order by
Group by order by
having class. And yesterday joins.
First I will explain bind parameter, then I will come back here. Oh. SQL record. So let's say, so this is the employee table, right? So this is the employee table. But for example, I want to get specific data. So now it is coming all the data, right? Now it is coming all the employee data. So how many records are there? For example, I want to get the count of this data. So what I will do? Count rows, 107 rows. So, but end user what they will do is, so I want to get the specific employee record. So then that time what they will do, they will pass the bind parameter where, for example, employee underscore ID equal to
Null. Alright.
colon P employee. So this colon means we are going to pass the parameter to this query. So based on the passing of the value, the data will be displayed here. So for example, I am going to pass the 142. Now if you do, if I run this query, the only select statement, so it will come all the data, right? But for example, if you pass like this, I'm going to pass the 142. So that 142 related data only will come. So that is the bind parameter. So that means we are going to pass the selected value to the query. So based on the value you are passing, the related record will come. The related record, that is called bind parameter.
Vamshi, can we pass multiple IDs also?
Yes, and first underscore equal to colon P first. Right. Colon P first. So now when you run this query, what will happen? Two parameters it will ask 142. First name, something you can give. Test. So if we have given unconditioned, right? Unconditioned. So this test value and this P employee ID 142, if both are matched, then only it will come. So now this first name is test not there, right? So click on apply, the data will not come. Understand or not? That what you're asking? Hmm? Okay. So this is the bind parameters. For example, if user passed a null, I want to display all the data. If user passed a null, I want to display all the data. So if user pass a value, then based on that it will come. For example, I am passing 142. It is coming. If user passed a null, I would like to display all the data. So it is not coming, right? So for that, you need to use the NVL. Use the NVL. Come on. Employee underscore. So what will happen with this? So what do you mean by NVL null value? Null value. Null value means if you are passing the parameter as null, this parameter as null will be replaced with the value. So in the employee table, how many employee IDs are there? That employee IDs will be passed to this employee ID column, and it will come all the data. So let me run this one. So if I pass the null, so null will replace the value. So this employee ID anyway, it is coming the data, right? That employee ID, whatever the employee IDs are there, that employee IDs will be passed to this where employee ID column, and it will come all the data here. Understand, right? Or not. For example, I passed the one.
In the bind value screen, can you give multiple employee IDs or only
Multiple
one or multiple employee IDs?
multiple
Then
employee.
we have given only 101, right? Can we give 101, 110, 140, the multiple IDs?
Yes, that is also possible.
Okay.
Employee ID, you can pass the in condition. Colon. And not one comma.
I think the column name is employee means we given as EMP ID.
Which one?
The column name is employee ID. You have given EMP ID. Does it work?
Where I have given employee?
Yeah.
This one,
Colon
huh?
EMP. Yeah.
This name can be any name.
No, sir. In previous NVL of you given that value, no, sir.
After bind parameter, you given the instead of employee ID, that EMP ID you given.
NVL of that one comma EMP ID given, sir. That's
Yeah.
EMPLO place EMP ID.
Oh, this one, huh?
Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
Condition is not given in condition.
Oh, sorry. This comma. No, not one comma. So bind parameter, I will check the in condition, guys.
Sir, it's working only in condition, not manual with manual. It's working only in condition.
Yeah. But they are asking the parameter for the in. So I will check on that. Okay.
Yeah.
I will check on that. Okay. Tomorrow I will explain. But it is possible. So we need to use some SQL functions to pass the multiple values to where condition and get the results. Okay. So, but for example, now you want to pass only one value, it is working. If you want to pass the multiple values, we need to use some SQL function, coils function, something is there. So that we will see in the coming classes. Okay. That's why colon P employee.
sir. That P EMP ID any could be any name, sir.
This name can be any name.
Okay, sir.
This name can be any name.
Employee ID spelling mistake was there.
Okay. Okay.
See, in that, can you use single quotation? Will it work?
Which one?
Yeah, that in multiple values is there, na? In query.
But employee ID number, right?
Yeah.
Employee ID number. Okay, we'll try that way also. Employee. So we'll see one value, guys. With this today class, we will see multiple values also coming classes. Huh? Okay, so it's one value today. So in our requirement also, we are going to pass the username as the parameter. Username as the parameter. So what we are going to do, we are going to select the first. We need to find out the table name. Find out the table for the users. So I will enter first sample data from the front end. Security console, users, add user account. So I am creating one user here. Okay, VKIMP user, save and close. So as soon as you press the save and close, the data will be saved into backend table. So what is the table name for the users that we already discussed, right? Per underscore.
For users.
If you want to know the table names, you can go through the Fusion apps OER. The OER only will come to know for which table we are using for which screen. So this screen we are using for the per underscore users. Understand, right? So now we'll go to the database and we'll verify. And if you want to know whether the data saved in the backend table or not, what you will do, vk dot emp. vk dot imp user, right? vk dot imp user. Okay. So now what we will do, verify the backend table whether the data saved or not. Browse catalog. Data model. Username equal to
EMP user. IMP.
IMP user or IMP user?
Employee user. Implementation or here.
MP user only. So
IMP user. So the data has stored. So whatever I have created the data in the front end, the data has stored in the backend table. So now what we will do, select. So whatever the columns client has given, right? For example, the client has given the column names, username, user ID, registration date. First user ID you can check. So if you want to know the column names, you can go to the diagram and here you can find the column names for the table. Or you can go with the Fusion Apps OER also, you will find out the column names. So for example, I would like to take the username here. Okay. So what do I do? Username. Column username. Column. and a user ID also I want to find. If you want to know if you want to copy paste, right, you just go to settings, properties, copy the column name like this, creation date. Creation date. So after you add the column names, last column you don't put the comma here. So you can use the from class. And this is the table name. Select is the keyword, username, user ID, creation date is the column names. From is the keyword, this is the table name. So this select and from is the standard. This table name based on your requirement, you are going to use the table name. So these are the column names. So where to get the column names? There are two ways we can get the column names. One is from diagram, or you can go to Fusion Apps OER. So there also we can find the table names. Okay. So till here, any question, guys? So do you want to show so where the tables available in the OER? Okay. If you want, I'll show you on screen. Okay. So now let's create the data model. First step. First step is create the data model. Create the data model. Create the data model. Paste this. So whatever the columns client required, we have found out the column names. Click on it. Now, I already told now we need to pass the bind parameter, right? So we need to pass the bind parameter. So how to pass the parameter to the query? How to pass the parameter to the query? How to pass the parameter to query? So that I already discussed, right? So what you need to do here? Username equal to. For example, I want to test only for my user data. So then what you will do? vk.imp user vk.imp user. So what we will do? Just go here. So it will come only my user data. So only my user data. But so this is called hard code. Hard code means so we are deliberately adding the data to the query. So this is not recommended. So basically, whenever you want to run the query with the bind parameter, so this is only for testing purpose. I added the value here, but in the real time, so any query we cannot hard code. Hard code means just we are verifying whether the whatever the value which we created in the front end, that value displaying or not in the query. For that purpose only, this is the hard code. Hard code means we are passing the value to the parameter. That is called hard code. But that is not recommended, right? So end user can pass any value to the username, right? So for that, I told you, no, we need to pass the parameter username. Username is the parameter. So guys, when you pass the parameter here, click on OK. This parameter will be appear in the parameter section. So when you pass the bind parameter to the query, so this bind
So
parameter,
column we need to give that, sir. Columns.
columns.
Syntax for bind parameters is equal, after equal to, there will be colon, master, colon.
Colon is there, na? Colon is there, right?
Fancy.
Click on. Click on. Right. Click on OK. Following or not? So when you pass the colon, this p username will come in the parameter section. Like this. So if you see the now after you prepare the query and pass the parameter, save the changes. Save the changes. So I will create one folder here. I will create one folder. I will create one folder here. BIP reports underscore April 25. I am creating one folder. So whatever I am developing reports there, I am placing into my folder. So what is the, I told you now, every report we have it, two files are there. One is a data model file, another one is report file. So users data model. Users data model, click on OK. Save the changes. Now as soon as you pass the parameter guys, now if you see the data set, yes, now you will see the data. So you will see the parameter also. If you look at the p username, I want to give the meaningful name instead of p username. So the parameter name is p username only, but display name, I want to change something username. Save the changes. Now, if you look at the data sets, this p username will be changed. Okay. So if I am passing the null, click on view, data will come or not?
Yes,
Data
all the
not coming,
reports
right?
should come.
Huh?
All the reports should come.
But we are not passing NVL, na?
Yes, yes.
We are not passing NVL, right? For example, if you pass the data here, we cannot.
Data should be come.
Data should come. Like this. Understand or not?
See, if you use the and condition, then two parameters will come here.
Yeah, two will come. Yeah, correct. It will come two. We will go one by one. Okay, so first we'll go for simple one. So we will see whatever you are asking the doubts, right? Multiple parameters, how to pass. Okay, so that and all we'll cover in the coming classes. So in the p username, so multiple parameters, how to pass multiple parameters, multiple parameter values, how to pass also we'll discuss coming classes. Multiple parameter values also, how to pass that also we'll discuss coming classes. Don't worry, everything will be covered.
See that multiple parameter values we cannot pass here. Why? Because SQL injection will affect this one.
No, I have done.
That through stored procedures we can achieve that.
Okay, but I have done one of the report.
Yeah. Okay.
In the coming classes, I will cover.
Yeah. Okay.
One of the requirement I have passed the multiple values here. Okay. That I will cover coming classes. Okay, so now we are going to pass the NVL. Username equal to NVL. So click on. So now I am passing the null. It will come all the records. Understand, right? So guys, here when you are like creating the report, right? So when you are creating the report, username we want to have a list of values. Username we want to have a list of values. For example, if you look at this one, red bus. For example, if I am search like this, right? It is coming list of, right? List of values is coming or not? Hello.
Yeah, Vamshi.
Yes, sir.
So same like this, I would like to get the list of values.
Like drop down list.
Drop down list, yeah, correct. For that, we need to create the list of values here.
When we pass null here, we should get a VK in implementer user. Username.
Yeah, vk dot imp user also it will comes here.
No, so it should come.
Will also
While passing NVL, we should get every record.
coming now every record. See here I
Okay.
mentioned only 5, right? That is the reason it is coming 5.
Okay, okay.
I mentioned 15 it will come like this. Okay. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create the list of values. That of value we are going to map to p username. So create the data model done. Okay. Equal to envelope colon p username comma create model. Okay. So now I'm going to copy this one. Done that one. Now third step is create the list of values and map the list of values to parameter. Create the list of values and map the list of values to the parameter. So this is called hardcode the data to the parameter. So hard code means just passing the data to the parameter, just passing the data to the where condition of the query. So when we will use this hard coding, just to verify whether our data storing in the table or not. That is called. So in the real time, we use it to call as hard code. That is the reason I am telling you hard coding. Hard coding means so we are mentioning the data to the column name directly. That is called hard code. For testing purpose, hard code the data to the username. Okay. Next, to create the list of values and map the list of values to the parameter. So how to create the list of values? Go to the list of values here. Click on place. Username. This name can be any name. Username LOB. So there are multiple options. SQL query, fixed data, MDX query. So we are going to discuss SQL query, fixed data, SQL query now. So now what we are going to do? HCM here. Here you need to write the query.
Use.
Please select distinct username from per underscore users. Select distinct username from per underscore users. So why we are using distinct keyword? Because we will get the only unique records from the table. Save the changes. So map this list of values to the parameter. Map this list of values to the parameter. How to map the list of values to parameter? So click on P username, parameter type menu. So here list of values. Save the changes. Now, if you see the data set, you will see the list of values here. See, select this one. So you just save this one and come back again. There is a bug there. Immediately it will not open the list of values. Now click on data. Search you can mention. For example, I want to start VK. Start with VK. Search. Click on OK. So based on the parameter value, now data will come. Like this. So we have created the query, and we have passed the parameter, and we have passed the NVL here, and we have mapped the list of values to the parameter. And one more thing is, when you are creating the list of values and map the list of values of parameter type should be menu. Parameter type should be menu. This you have to remember. And for example, now list of values, we have only one list of values are there. Right? That is the reason it is showing only one list of values name. But if you have multiple names, it will show multiple names. So whichever the list of values you want to map, that will come in the list here that you need to map here. Save the changes. Understand or not? Hmm? Anything you want to show once again? Yes. Okay. So after you done the these steps, we have done the data model creation, guys. Now we are getting the report. So before you create the report, fourth step, first save as sample data. Save as sample data. Save as sample data. And then create the report. Save as sample data, create the report. Save as sample data, create the report. Save as sample data, then create the report.
Till now, we have only created data model. No? That's it.
Yeah, we have created only data model. Now, in the second step, we are getting the report. So in the report creation, we have a, I already told you now, we have a guide me on use report editor option. Guide me on use report editor option.
That means interactive.
So interactive report, we are going to use the guide me. So use report editor option, we will see in the coming classes.
Sure.
Guide me, click on next. Click on next. So here we have a options are the table, chart, pivot table.
These are like templates.
Something.
No?
Yeah. So I'm using the simple report portrait and table data I want to display. If you want to display in the report page header and page footer, you can add. So we will see in the coming classes. Click on next. So in the data source, whatever the columns we have there, it is there in the report. So that columns will come here. And what columns you want to display in the report? So that you need to drag and drop like this. Drag and drop like this. Drag and drop like this. I want to display the total means you can check this checkbox. You don't want to display the total, you can uncheck here. Like this. Click on next. So click on finish. So when you click the finish, it will ask to save the report name. So when you click the finish, it will ask to save the report name. Click on finish. So users RPT. Report means RPT. I mean. Click on OK. So now this is the report. So this is the report. Now if you look at this one, so this is the list of values coming. And for example, if I pass the Mike.Smith, accordingly the data will come. If I pass like this, accordingly data will come. If I pass all means null will be passed. And data will come all. I want to download this report. How to download the report? See, there is option here. Export. So this is downloaded. Understand, right? Now, if you see the data in the catalog folder, two files will be there. One is data model file and report files here. I told you the data model file extension is .xdm. XML data menu. Report file extension XDO. Understand or not?
Can you please brief from starting, like data model?
Yeah, sure.
Small.
Sample data. Create report. Select guide me option. Select guide me option. Create report. Select guide me option. Select the columns. Drag and drop onto the report editor. Click finish to save the report file. Finish to save the report file. Okay. So first we have to create the data model, guys. So how to create the data model? Go to the create data model. Okay. Then it will come to this screen. So here what you will do, you can mention the query. We need to prepare the query. And we are passing the parameter.
Based on the columns given by the client, we will create the query.
Yeah. So this parameter name we need to pass like this.
Yeah, we have first bind parameter.
Then after that, what you will do, you need to create the list of values. This list of values, we need to map to this parameter. That time parameter type should be menu. So now click on data, click on view, save as sample data. then save. It will save the data model file into catalog. Then you create the report. To create the report means what it will happen, it will, if there are two options, either guide me and report editor. So you selected the guide me, and then the data source will come in the left side. The columns you need to drag and drop into the right side. So total option, if you want to display, you can select the total option. If you don't want to display total option, you can uncheck. Then click on finish. It will ask to save the report in the catalog. Next.
Sir, can you explain for the list of values again?
Click on edit. So click on list of values, click on plus here. So you can create any name, test LO. Test LO. Correct. Type the query. Test. Username from for underscore business. Save. Now this test LOV, go to the P username. It will show the two list of values name. So I'm selecting test username. That's it. Parameter type should be many. Got it, no?
Okay, sir.
So I'm deleting because he asking to show once again.
Sir, while downloading the report,
Hmm?
while downloading the report, we get the data only selected or everything, sir? All data. Sir.
Selected data also will come.
Okay, sir. We can restrict the data, sir, while downloading the data because based upon that prompt we given that selected value.
Yeah, that is
While
possible.
downloading.
Go to the Mike Smith. Click on apply. So now whatever the selected values only you can print.
Okay. Okay. Sir.
Thank you guys. Tomorrow I will continue.